How's it going, everybody? This is Dave from Post Rock Promo. I'm here with Nico from Shore Dive Records from Brighton, England. How's it going, Nico?
How's good, man? Thank you. Nice to meet you, and good to be here.
Let's dive right into it. So, when did you start up Shore Dive Records?
I think it was in 2017. I had a project called Sarisa, and we released our first album through this tiny American label. Basically the guy who owned the label was quite present in the shoegaze groups on Facebook, and I met him through there, and he seemed to be connected with an awful lot of people. And so when he offered me to do that, I was like, yeah, cool, let's do it. And I don't know, there was something kind of weird about him. Like, he would be like very present, and then he would disappear, and then you tried to contact him, and then he wouldn't get back to you, and then he would come back, and I don't know, it was a bit strange. Anyway, to cut a long story short, it turned out that he was actually a criminal. He was on parole for possession of child porn.
Wow.
And part of his the conditions of his parole was to not be on the internet, and he was, obviously. So in the end, we kind of I contacted the police where he was, and I basically reported him, and within 2 days disappeared. Like, all his accounts were closed off, and it just gone. And at that point I thought, wow, what did I do? And I thought, I cannot be in a situation like that ever again. So what can I do about it? And I thought, well, I'm going to start my label. Then I'm in control. Nothing can go wrong. Just, and if it does, it's my fault. But so that's how it started, which is a horrible story, but silver lining, I guess.
That's crazy.
I know, it was awful. I felt so bad for like weeks, because I was thinking, what's he done with the money that he made from my sales?
Right.
Like, whoa, yeah. So it was horrible.
So a couple of your bands just released new music, Metro Siderios and Aura Zorba. How's the response been?
To those two, Aura Zorba came out last couple of weeks ago. It's all right. And Metro Siderios came out yesterday. We released the two EPs, and it's actually doing pretty well. I don't know. I'm sorry to say, but I'm not really that interested in how it's doing. Do you see what I mean? I'm happy it's out, and we're going to do everything we can to make sure it's doing as well as possible. But on the other hand, I can't control that. Do you see what I mean? There's nothing I can do about it. When I started the label, I actually got a bit obsessed about things like that. I was like, I would release something and he would do well, and I would release another thing and he wouldn't do well. And I started getting into, so when I released it, what time it was, and what day was it, and what if I change the time that I release it, then it will hit America at that particular time, but then it will hit the UK at that particular time, that kind of thing. And you start obsessing about all the parameters and things, and then you realize it's completely stupid and you're wasting your time. You can't control it, right? So all you can do is put stuff out, do the best you can, and leave it and see how it goes.
That sounds like me. That's something that I have to work on. Because a lot of times I'll just be really worried about putting the stuff out at the right times, and so I should I might just do the same thing, just release it whenever and then see what happens.
Well, I think the key to this is you've got to be happy with it,
Right.
If you put something out because you like it and because you're doing it for the right reasons, then hopefully people will like it. And if they don't, they don't. but
Right.
at least you know you've done the right thing, you know. And because so you can, you know, there's a thing that says that people are unhappy when what they do doesn't match their values, or so in that sense, you know, if I release something because I like it, then I'm happy because it's matched my values.
It just stinks when nobody sees the posts. But it is what it is.
It is what it is, right? And basically we work in a 24-hour world. So if I put something out at 10 o'clock UK time, then the USA is not going to see it. But
Oh well.
so what?
Right. So you're from Brighton. How's the scene there? Do you have a favorite venue? Favorite local bands?
Well, yeah. So in I mean, basically Brighton is, I don't know, I guess you could compare it to San Francisco, maybe. So you know, that kind of place. So it's a very liberal city. It's kind of a mecca for arts and alternative things and things like that. We've got, you know, the music scene is really quite big. It's by the sea, but it's also an hour and a half from London. So, you know, it's kind of quite well placed in that sense. So you got access to a lot of things. There's a huge scene which I know very little about, basically. And the reason for that is I haven't really been involved in any of it until very recently, when I got offered a radio show here on the local station. So, and it seems like everybody who's anybody on the scene has a show on that station. So unfortunately with COVID, the shows have been recorded from home as opposed to from the station. So I guess when we can do it from the station, I'll probably end up meeting some people.
How's that
At the
going?
moment. Well, the show.
Yeah.
I don't know. See, this is another thing, right? You kind of do a show and you do it because you want to do it and you hope that people listen to it. But I honestly have no idea how many people listen to it. It could be 5, it could be 50, it could be 500, it could be 5,000. I have no idea.
Right.
I truly don't know. So the only thing I can do is play the things I want to play, say the things I want to say, and that's it.
Awesome. So besides your label, do you have a favorite label, and if so, which one?
Okay. Well, when I started my label, I think I tried to have a look at inspiration, right? And one of them was Blackjack Illuminist Records from Germany, and so it's run by one guy basically. So I could relate to it, you know. It was a guy who's like a musician, but he also that has a label and he releases things, and he hand makes things. So everything he releases is handmade, and I love that. And I think I could probably show you something. Where is it? I think I've got something right here. Nope. This one. That's it. Look at that. Right?
That's sick.
Yeah, that's handmade, man. That's
Wow.
like, right? And that's hand
Very
painted. Hand painted. Everything's like, it's beautiful, the lines and everything. And I was like, this is amazing. And this particular release, right, came out with the comics designed by the guy who wrote the album, you know.
That's awesome.
And so they got that printed and everything. And I thought, do you know what? This kind of thing it's wonderful because so everything is made in really small quantities. Like, you know, he has maybe like I don't know, 15 copies of everything. And I thought, I like this a lot, you know. It's kind of really limited edition, but it's special because it's handmade. So I thought I would do something the same, you know. So that's what we do as well. We make handmade stuff, and it's hand numbered, it's hand printed. We've got stamps and everything. And yeah, that's the idea.
That's sick. So now I'm going to ask you some non-music questions.
Yeah,
it's
go
a way
for
for
it.
me to get to know you. I did this with the other people that I interviewed. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, the first one is music related. If you could sign one big band, who would it be?
Okay. My favorite band ever is Smashing Pumpkins, right? So I would say that, but unfortunately, I don't think I would. You know, I think and the reason for that is when we work with a band, I think the first question, the first question is, do I like it? And the second question is, can I help them? Right? And obviously, I like Smashing Pumpkins, but I can't help them. They would be helping me. And that's not a situation I want to be in. I think the role of a record label is, can I help them? Right? So if I work with a band, the idea is, can I take them to the next level so that a bigger label can take them over or something like that, or just help them grow, just help them along the path. So the answer is no one, because I can't help them.
Interesting. Love Smashing Pumpkins.
Fave band ever.
Favorite food?
I will go with French because it covers everything and it's not spicy ever, which I like.
Awesome. Favorite movie?
Ooh, hard. That's a hard one. Gremlins.
Interesting. Would you rather hang with pirates or ninjas for a weekend?
Oh, ninjas, because they're probably more civilized. Pirates would probably be like a bunch of, they would probably be unpleasant.
But you could look for gold.
I don't want gold.
All right. If you could be any animal, what animal?
Ooh, a sloth, because they sleep a lot. I like that. I'd like to sleep more.
That makes two of us. What was your favorite subject in school?
English, because I'm French, and so it was English as a foreign language, and that was the only thing I was really good at, actually.
Me too. If you were stranded on a desert island, what 3 items would you want to have with you?
Oh, good one. Oh, that could take me a while to answer. What would it be? Well, what would you need? You would need to eat and do the items have to actually exist?
Yes.
Damn. Okay. Some kind of like a pan or something like that. Something that you could like collect water in, but also cook. Because you could probably make fire and whatever, but to cook without some kind of something to cook it on might be a bit difficult. A piano, because I'm not very good at it, and it would probably take me a very, very, very long time to get good. So, yeah, a piano, a pan, and I don't know. A bed. Might as well be comfy on the desert island.
I feel you on that. If you could wear one type of shoes for the rest of your life, what shoes?
Good question. I had basically I only wear two kinds of shoes. I've got some Swiss Army boots and I have some Converse. So it's one or the other. I guess I get the Army boots. Yeah.
All right, last one. What are some places in Brighton that visitors should check out?
Okay, there's there is a weird hidden cemetery in Brighton, which is a bit higher than a bit up from the town centre, and it's really weird. There's like crypts. There's like a little hill, and there's crypts going underneath, and all of them have got like anchors on them, like it's actually pirates or sailors or something like that. And I don't know the history of it. I don't really know what it is, and I don't really want to find out because I don't want to ruin the mystery in a way. But it's just really weird and it's hidden, and you really don't expect to find it there because it's kind of like in the middle of town. And yeah, and that's one of the weird hidden things about Brighton. Brighton's a weird place. It's full of weird things, but that one is yeah, maybe that one.
That sounds pretty sick.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Well, I really appreciate you coming on and chatting it up a little bit, man.
Thanks for having me over, man.
Me in Post Rock Promo.
Yeah, great. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. We haven't actually done that much post rock on the label, but it's something I would like to do more of, to be honest. I like a good post rock.
Well, keep me posted on new music.
Will do.
Have a great night, and we'll talk soon.
Thanks for having me over.
See ya.
All right, bye-bye.